Hi, I'm Mo, and this is Hi, I'm Mo. Welcome to the Eltezza YouTube channel. We're a creative agency based in New Zealand. Does that sound alright? Pretty sure I do another one. And today we'll be starting a new series where basically we create a brand from scratch. The brand we're going to be creating today is actually in the travel sector, so we'll be creating everything from a logo mark or a word mark, depending on what suits the brand, and a secondary mark, and also chucking in some stationary mock-ups just to see what the brand would look like if it was to come to life. So through this series, really all we want to do is show our creative process and how we take a design from initial stage, which is basically concept to final design. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure to subscribe, grab your tea or coffee, because we don't judge, and yeah, let's get into it. I am going to show you the design brief on screen right now. You guys can have a quick read. Okay, so guys, as you guys just saw, obviously the design brief is for a travel company called Travel. I will put up the concepts that I briefly drew out on the screen right here. You guys can have a look. They'll be somewhere on the screen. This is the mood board that I created. So basically we're gonna be designing off this mood board here. So guys, welcome back. Sorry we had to cut the video a little bit short last time, but nevertheless we're back. As you can see on the screen, here's the mood board that I came up with last time. Here is a couple of sketches that I did on paper. Not the best drawer, I know that already, but yeah, it was just a couple simple ideas that I thought of going with. Something that kind of, you know, radiates the whole, I guess, brand feel, and you know, everything like that. A couple of different, that dark circle you guys can see at the bottom that has TRVEL was an idea I had with basically I had the circle and had TRVEL. The O is basically acts as the sun with the text around it, and the O is going to be like some sort of lit gradient. Just an idea to play around with. But yeah, so for this brand, sorry, give me 1 sec. We'll start off quickly by listing a couple things that, you know, I want the brand to portray, or you know, the language. Okay, so to start off, obviously you want it to be fun, you know. It's a travel brand that travels to tropical islands and stuff like that. It's obviously fun, you know, it's got to be in there, holiday. You want it to be inviting because, oh wow, sorry, I messed that up. You know, these guys are flying you out to a place, and usually when you fly out, you would want to feel safe, you know, and invited. So obviously inviting has to be something that our brand, or this brand Travel here, portrays. Safe, don't really need to get too far into that. That's pretty self-explanatory. Trustworthy, of course. Modern. I feel like these three here are basically the same thing in a way. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what I feel. But regardless, good. Obviously this is gonna be more of a millennial-focused brand because we're flying out to tropical islands. We're having a lot of fun. So yeah, you know, we'll be targeting the 20-year-olds all the way up to 40, 50, you know. So it has to be modern in the sense, something that the millennials can relate to. Yeah, so I guess those are our guidelines that we want the brand to kind of fit around. So we'll keep these here. Now I'm going to show you the fonts that I have picked, because what I'm thinking of is obviously starting off with a word mark. I actually want to start off with the word mark first, and then maybe have like a logo mark, possibly a secondary mark, and maybe even a favicon, just in case. We're not doing, you know, a whole brand, I guess, but like, you know, we'll do the main pieces of it. So now we'll get into the fonts. So guys, we are back with the fonts. So So here are the 6 fonts that we have chosen for, you know, for this project. Couldn't really decide between all these, to be honest. I wanted to have at least a couple of options to, you know, go through and see what actually, well, what I thought, what kind of fit the brand. Already I feel like I have my favorite, but I'll let you guys look at them for a little bit, see what you think. So this one I like because I feel like in this one here, the R almost looks as if it's going from like point A to point B, which is obviously a good thing because, you know, we want to get you from point A to point B, from boring life to happy life, from something that's dull to something that's exciting, you know, point A, point B, that's the whole, you know, Trovel, obviously you love traveling. We want to make it seem as if, you know, we want this to be your first choice agency, right? So we want you to, as soon as you see this, be like, okay, I want to go to some sort of paradise island or something. So I feel like this has very tropical vibes. For some reason, I don't know if this is weird, but the TRO, it makes me feel as if instead of the VEL after, it's gonna say PICAL, so it's gonna say tropical instead of trovel. So it's a good thing, obviously. It's already speaking to me, especially. This one here, I don't really like how the top of the T, obviously, or I guess the ascender you can call it here, it's quite high, and the R, O, V, and E, obviously, even though they're lowercase letters, for some reason to me they look like they're almost uppercase letters, quite tall, and, you know, the whole shape. This one here, it's cool, but I think it's very simple, very, very simple. It doesn't have many artifacts or features about it that make it stick out, especially in, you know, crowded marketplace like this today. So this one's gonna go. This one's also gonna go. This one's just too thin. I like it. I like it if it was for like some sort of water bottle brand or something. I don't know why. That's the vibes I'm getting from this font here, Modeline. By the way, all the fonts are from Envato Elements. Envato Elements, they have over 30 million digital assets, and essential for any designer, creative agency, freelancer, whatever. Super, super good. Highly recommend. So that's gone. This one here, to me, seems like some sort of either chocolate brand or a makeup brand. I don't know why. Maybe I'm being biased, but to me that's the feels. I like though how in this one, because obviously the whole meaning of trovel is that you love travel, right? Like, you know, we want you to love travel. You can, this, and especially in this font here, it's called Dolego. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but anyway, it's quite easy to see the LOVE, love, even though obviously the letters are jumbled up. To me, it sticks out a lot easier, so that does help the brand a little bit, but I don't really like how the letter T is formed in this font. Don't really like the curvatures. I think it's just a little too much for me, too much for this brand. So that's gonna go. This one here, super simple, could work if we outline the characters and then edit them with a pen or pencil tool. But I think again, to me, this one's just, yeah, sticking out the most. So we have our font. It is Montero Display. Montero, you have won the competition. Now what I'm gonna do is edit this font, get it to a place where I think it could be our word mark, and then yeah, we will go from there. So guys, I've created the 3 options for a word mark, and I will present them to you now. So these are the 3, obviously. As you can see in the little drawings that I made, the drawings that no one can really see, they only make a bit of sense to me. That rhymed. The drawings that no one can see, they only make sense to me. So I tried to go with this one here. I've already as soon as I drew it, I kind of knew it was going to be my favorite. I didn't know, but I had a feeling. Then I also went for one that was similar to this, try to incorporate this, like, I guess, it's a very interesting design elements. It's like basically two circles, almost saying like, you know, getting you from point A to point B, right? And then this one here, again, the whole point of this Trovel thing is point A to point B. You know, fun brand. We're trying to show that it's obviously trustworthy, modern. Trying to take that approach with it. Use fun colors as well, tropical colors like we have here and here. So as you just saw before, here's what I have come up with when they're illustrated. This one here, it's giving me, it's really cool. It's very memorable. I feel like if I see this somewhere, I will remember it, because it's super simple. And this one, because the illit gradient that I was talking about with the O, it's actually easier to read the word love in there. So you can see the L, you can see the O, V, and E. You just put them together, even though they're jumbled up, you know. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, and it will speak to the millennial audience that we're potentially, well, not potentially, sorry, that we're targeting with this brand. This one here, again, as I was explaining before, point A to point B. As you can see, the gradient starts from being a dark blue, sort of dark turquoise color, and then it blends into the bright orange. That element there was basically just to show that, you know, this is, I guess, you before a holiday, and then this is you during the holiday. So you're blue, muggy, tired, you know, all that. At the end of it, you're gonna be super vibrant, super happy. You know, you've been in paradise, in the islands. So yeah, that's the approach I kind of try to take with that super simple element, I think. But nowadays, in, you know, the design world, easy, modern, you know, just designs that stand out for having super minimal artifacts, but they're very memorable. I find that gradients have been quite a trend this year and last year, especially for logo design, which I never really liked, but I feel like if you use it right, like if you make it the center stage, give it the center stage in your whole design, then I think it can work really well. So then we have this one here. This one is, again, almost like a, you know, GPS compass kind of thing working together. Again, goes from the gray, the dark blue, you know, tired looking color, even though it's actually a nice color, but in a gradient, it obviously represents the darker side of, you know, the story. And then you go to the bright side. Same story there. So these are the three designs that I've come up with, I guess. Personally, I don't know about you guys. You guys can pick your favorite in the comments. Let us know what you think. I'm just drawn to this one straight away. I think it's super simple. Like I said before, being able to subconsciously see the word love in there is a pretty cool thing as well, which doesn't happen for me with these two. I feel like if you zoom out as well, like you guys can clearly see, you can see it from here, this one, you know? This one right here, you can see it even when it's small scale. That's one thing you should also focus on. Very big design tip. Whenever you're designing a logo, always see what it looks like when it's really close, and also what it looks like when you completely zoom out. If it's still visible to you in a, you know, you don't have to focus too hard. If it's memorable, like, and you can still recognize it, then you're on the right path. So what I'll do now that the word mark is designed, I'll delete these two. Sad to see, it's been a while. You guys saw the time lapse before, but it's okay. Really happy with this. So I think it's pretty cool. So Trovel, very simple. I added this little bit of curvature here. Again, this is another symbol of representing you before the holiday and you when you get to your destination. So it eases your eye a little bit because it's friendly, it's not too sharp, and it's just nice to look at. So added that there. Now what I'll do is work on the LOGOMARK, the symbol. I will talk to you guys soon. I'll show you what I've come up with. Hopefully it's as good as the word mark, right? That's what we're gonna aim for. Okay, so we have our word marks. Well, I managed to come up with two. Don't want to make this video too long, but I had these two ideas here, obviously. One of them is just the gradient with a T in the middle. I think this one's pretty basic though. It's nothing that kind of screams like, I guess, nothing that kind of screams at you or like tells you this is Trovel, you know? My other idea was actually this one. Actually having my mistake. I was supposed to put this right here, but without the T obviously in the middle, not the minus front option. I was just supposed to be a complete circle. And it was small, and I was like, oh, I wonder if it would work as like a full stop, basically, you know? This way also, it also tells the consumers like, this should be your last stop to, you know, to pick a travel destination, basically, right? Travel. So it works as a full stop, or a period, they say. Yeah, so I think I will go with this as the logo mark. And yeah, now I'm going to design some brand assets, show what it will look like on posters, on images and stuff like that, with the color and everything. So yeah, hopefully it goes well and you guys will see what it looks like soon. So guys, we are back. That was a challenge, but it was quite cool. So we managed to create a couple patterns here. Obviously the O is going to be the main asset of this whole brand here, the gradient O. These are the colors that are formed to make the gradient, obviously. So actually what I should do is maybe change this because it's the main color to the yellow, because that's the main. This should be orange. This should be the blue, because obviously, you know, I was talking about the journey before. You start from the boring part and you go to the tropical island, you know, happiness, vibes everywhere. The only problem with that is obviously because most of the gradient is taken up by this yellow-orange color. This looks a little bit similar to this, but I think it looks a bit more comforting, a bit more inviting, which is what we're trying to go for. So we'll quickly create a gradient for it. Sorry, gradient pattern. So if I probably go, yeah, this one, because that's the same one I used this last time. So yeah, now we go here. Should be this one now. So now pattern, I like these circles. I think they're gonna be a pretty cool asset for the whole brand. They'll be able to be used anywhere really, in magazines, brochures, little cards, business cards even, you know. I think it's pretty cool. It reminds me a little bit of Google, and I think it was Google Nest, maybe? I'm not sure. Whatever their speakers, they're very similar, like these little, they have these circles. But obviously we're going for a travel brand here. But want it to look modern, want it to look cool. As you guys can see, I worked on photography already here. Looks, honestly, I really like it. I think it suits really well, better than what I expected, to be honest. So here obviously we have, you know, couple holding hands. You can see the beautiful sea next to them. Invokes those feelings, you know. With branding, obviously it's all emotional engagement, so the more emotions you can transfer across to your target audience, the more they're likely to resonate with the brand and more likely to become advocates. So this one here, again, couple, we have the little T up there with the primary asset of the brand, the gradient. And here again, and here we have a family, Trovel. It's very stands out very much, very friendly brand, very inviting. It's cool. It's something that I think puts a interesting spin on travel, because travel is obviously viewed as quite boring. So, you know, if you have a modern brand within the industry, you could actually capture more of the market than you think. So if you're going for a travel brand, I mean, I can't really sell you this because it's just a project draft, you know, but anyway, I think it's a cool idea. So maybe if you go with another agency, let them show them this and just be like, we want something, you know, similar that appeals to the same crowd. Here we have photo of palm trees, super calm. The gradient matches the background. It looks pretty. I didn't think it'd work at the start, but it actually works better than I thought with just some overlay text. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. This one, very in your face. Obviously, as you guys can see, we're using the white and black text. It works well with white and black, so it means it's very versatile across a lot of different branding situations. This one here, another couple. It's just a very simple shot of, you can tell two people, happy holiday, at a hotel, motel, whatever it is, maybe even Airbnb. And yeah, the logo's just, just out there in your face. And this one again, obviously tropical island, beach, sand, palm trees. It doesn't really get any more tropical than that. Then you have Trovel with the overlay text again, and yeah, that gradient. It's just gonna keep appearing everywhere. So what I'm gonna do is hopefully show you guys a logo animation if our video and motion graphics editor Chris is keen to help me out with this project. You guys will see a cool little logo animation. I have a really cool idea in my head.
Yep, got you, bro. Alright, Mo, back to you.
But yeah, it turned out a lot better than I thought. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I think we kind of hit on all the aspects that we were planning to hit, such as obviously it looks fun, it's inviting, it's safe, it's modern, millennial focused. I think we scratched all the surfaces. So now what I'm going to do is show you guys what it would look like on some branding applications with some mockups.